Alright guys, today's intro is going to be a little bit longer. So, we're going to be looking at the top 5 best damage dealers for solo raids. And because of that, we're pretty much also going to be looking at the top 5 best teams for solo raids, since in solo raids, all that really matters is for your team to be doing a lot of damage. With that being said, doing damage in raids and actually calculating how fast it's going to take you to finish raids isn't that simple. It's not as simple as fighting an opponent, seeing who does the most amount of damage, and then that's it. Because that's not how that works. You're only going to be able to use one team every single day. So you got to be really strategical and really tactical as to who you want to pair up with who. For example, I'm going to bring this example up a lot in this video, but I'm going to say it right now. Gorilla Grodd. The Batman Ninja team is a really good team, and it does a decent amount of damage. But without Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, they're not really going to be doing too much. And the reason why you might not have Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd in the Batman Ninja team is because you might want to pair him up with King of Atlantis Aquaman. That's a brand new strategy that a lot of people are using for solo raids. So if you are going to go that route, your damage numbers in the end are going to be completely different. The Batman Ninja team is not going to be as good in that scenario. And because of this, I'm actually going to move the top 5 spot in this list to the end of the video, because that's when we're going to explore a couple of different combinations that you could be doing with teams, and also which opponents you're going to be fighting with which teams. We got to calculate all these different things, and I just want to be as accurate as possible when I'm making this list. So we're going to start off at the number 4 spot, because at number 5, we got a lot of different things to talk about. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, stay safe and stay clean, and let's start the video. Starting off at number 4 is going to be Silver Banshee. Silver Banshee's team in raids usually has Predator Batman and Power Girl. So the main focus with Silver Banshee is that you want to disable the opponent's special abilities, preferably all of them, and then use your special 3, because the more abilities that are disabled for the opponent, the more that your special 3 is going to be doing damage. And so that's why people like to use Predator Batman. With Predator Batman Special 1, you can automatically disable all of the opponent's special abilities, and with Power Girl, the amount that your special abilities are going to cost is going to be really low. So you can easily do Predator Batman Special 1, disable the opponent's special abilities, and then tag in Silver Banshee and use a special 3. But make sure that whenever the battle starts, you want to use her special 2 first. You only have to do it one time, and the reason why is because you want to inflict torment on the opponent, which is going to allow you to do a little bit more damage. With that being said, if you want to build Silver Banshee, it's actually really easy. You just got to add critical attack damage, critical attack chance, and regular attack, and that's it. And if you want to get her gears and shards, you can get it off the challenge game mode. With that being said, let's move on to number 3, which is going to be Black Manta. The main focus with Black Manta is his basic attack hits, because his passive 2 makes it so that every single time that you land a basic attack hit, the next basic attack hit is going to be doing more damage. And this stacks up to 100 times. So because Black Manta does a lot of basic attack damage, you of course want to try to do as many basic attacks as possible. And a really cool strategy that a lot of people like to do with this character is you do your combo and then you let the opponent hit you once, but you block the first hit of the opponent really quickly, and then you interrupt them by doing a combo yourself. And you can keep doing this over and over again, which means that you could pretty much have an infinite combo, which is a really great thing to have when your character does a lot of basic attack damage. As for his teammates, a lot of people like to use Justice League the Flash and Brainiac. The reason why Justice League the Flash is so good is because his passive gives everybody one extra fast attack hit, and of course Black Manta is going to be doing a lot of basic attack damage, so you really want to add fast attack. And Brainiac is going to give his legendary teammates a lot of extra attack and a lot of extra lethal attack chance and lethal attack damage. Another really great thing about Black Manta that makes him a really great damage dealer is his special 3. His special 3 can stun anybody, including raid bosses. It only has a 50% chance of actually working on raid bosses, but a lot of people still like to use it, because their basic attack hits are going to build them a really big combo, and then of course your special 3 is going to be doing a lot of damage, and then because the opponent is stunned, you can keep doing combos for a long time without having to worry about being interrupted. With that being said, if you want to get Black Manta, you can go buy him off the special offers section for $100 but he's only going to be 4 stars. So I don't really feel like that's a really great deal. I think it's a lot better if you just go buy chests, save your money, and then once you do get black mana off of chests, you could buy his gear off the special offers section. It's still going to be kind of a ripoff, but at the very least, it's going to be a lot cheaper. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the top 2 best damage dealing teams in solo raids. The top 2 teams are going to be King of Atlantis Aquaman and Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. But here's the thing, I can't really rank one better than the other because it depends for every single boss how far you are into killing them. That's going to make one team better than the other. And it's really because of King of Atlantis Aquaman's Special 3. Whenever you fight an opponent that has a lot of health, King of Atlantis Aquaman's Special 3 is going to be doing a lot of damage because it takes away a percentage of that health. And so in that case, King of Atlantis Aquaman is going to be the best damage dealer. But let's say that your opponent is already almost dead, or let's say that they're halfway through their health. King of Atlantis Aquaman's Special 3 is not going to be doing as much damage, and so in those scenarios, Heartbreaker Harley Quinn might be a better damage dealer. And this is going to be something that you have to consider in every single battle, so there's really no way in ranking one of these teams better than the other. Alright, so with that being said, now let's talk about the teams. I'm going to start off by talking about King of Atlantis Aquaman because I really love this character. The thing that makes King of Atlantis Aquaman a really great damage dealer is his Special 3 and his Passive 1. His Special 3, like I said earlier, takes away percentages of health of the opponent, which is really great for raids because a lot of opponents have a lot of health. And his Passive 1 makes it so that King of Atlantis Aquaman is going to gain more attack whenever he uses his special abilities. His Special 1 is going to give him 50% more attack, and his Special 2 and his Special 3 is going to give him 100% more attack, and this is going to stack up to 600 times. King of Atlantis Aquaman is also going to be a really easy character to get. You can get his shards and gear off of the League store. As for his teammates, the number 1 teammate that you're going to use with King of Atlantis Aquaman is going to be Shazam, because Shazam is going to increase his attack by 100%. But for the third teammate, a lot of people like to use either Silver Dr. Fate or Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd. Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd is a new strategy for solo raids, and a lot of people prefer to use this character because he allows King of Atlantis Aquaman to do more damage. The only problem is that if you're going to use Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd with King of Atlantis Aquaman, you're not going to be able to use Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd with the Batman Ninja team. So it really just depends how you want to go about it. Some people say that it's worth it putting King of Atlantis Aquaman with Gorilla Grodd, but some people say that it's better just to have Silver Dr. Fate, so you can use Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd with the Batman Ninja team. Anyways, with that being said, now let's go look at the Heartbreaker Harley Quinn team. This team is going to have Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, Entangling Poison Ivy, and Arkham Knight Batman. So the main focus with Heartbreaker Harley Quinn is that she does a lot of basic attack damage, and thankfully Heartbreaker Harley Quinn has a 3-hit fast attack, which is going to allow her to do even more damage. And also, Entangling Poison Ivy and Heartbreaker Harley Quinn are a part of the League of Anarchy team, and Entangling Poison Ivy has a passive that gives her League of Anarchy teammates dot damage on their basic attack hits. And finally, Heartbreaker Harley Quinn has a passive that allows her to do 300% more damage against stunned opponents. And that's why Arkham Knight Batman is so great. His Special 2 can stun any opponents, including raid bosses. So the way that you want to use this team is actually really simple. Again, Heartbreaker Harley Quinn does a lot of basic attack damage, so that's the only thing you want to focus on. The only special abilities that you want to use is Arkham Knight Batman's Special 2 to stun the opponent, and then when the opponent is stunned, tag in Heartbreaker Harley Quinn and do an entire combo, and then just keep that going. The biggest problem that you're going to face with this team is that getting all of these characters can be kind of difficult. The League of Anarchy team is one of the best teams out there, and you can only get them off of chests, so they're really rare. And of course, Arkham Knight Batman is a legendary character, so getting this character is also going to be really difficult. I do know that a lot of people like to replace Arkham Knight Batman with maybe Silver Batman or Predator Batman or any character that has stun, just because in solo raids you can do that with some characters because some raid bosses don't have stun resistance. But the thing is that you still want to get Arkham Knight Batman because you can't do that strategy in regular raids. You need to have Arkham Knight Batman. And finally, if you want to build Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, because she does a lot of basic attack damage, the 3 things that you really want to focus on is critical attack chance, critical attack damage, and fast attack. Alright, so now we have to look at who's going to come in at the number 5 spot. This can get a little bit confusing because one of the things about doing a lot of damage in raids is that it all depends on your team. And whenever you have certain characters in some teams, you're not going to be able to use those characters in other teams. Like for example, one of the teams that I wanted to put at the number 5 spot was actually the Batman Ninja team. But I didn't because if you use Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd with King of Atlantis Aquaman, it completely changes everything. The Batman Ninja team is not going to be good in that case. This is a really big reason as to why I put Silver Banshee at the number 4 spot. A lot of the teams that I'm going to talk about that could go at the number 5 spot could be doing more damage than the Silver Banshee team. But the really good thing about the Silver Banshee team is that her characters are going to go with her 100% of the time. You're not really going to be mix matching those characters anywhere else. So for the number 5 spot, there's 3 different teams that come to mind. It's going to be the Batman Ninja team, the Multiverse team, and the Justice League team. Now again, I already explained the Batman Ninja team. If you're not going to put Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd with the Batman Ninja team, then they're not going to be coming in at the number 5 spot, which means that the final 2 teams is going to be the Justice League team and the Multiverse team. And between these 2 teams, the 2 main damage dealers is going to be Justice League Superman and Multiverse Armored Supergirl. Now from the gameplay that I saw, most of the time the Justice League team did more damage than the Multiverse team, but there were some cases when the Multiverse team did more damage. So at the end of the day, it really just depends. I know that answer kind of sucks, but it's the truth. For some opponents, you're going to be doing more damage with the Justice League team, and for some opponents, you're going to be doing more damage with the Multiverse team. And for the Batman Ninja team, it just depends if you're going to use Gorilla Grodd or not. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, stay safe and stay clean, and I'll see you guys later.